I am delighted to be joined by Judith Lowe today. Judith, thank you for spending time with me. It's always a delight. You are speaking at the in-person conference in May, and your topic is difficult conversations. NLP has tools and skills to offer a world in crisis. I mean, if we need that now, we definitely need that now. So please do start, Judith, by telling us a little bit more about yourself and your presentation.
Okay, it's great to be talking to you, Karen, and I'm really, really excited, especially because I'm joining in person this year, and it's going to be amazing to meet up with everybody, live. I've really missed that. Yeah. So thank you so much for inviting me. It's a great honor. I'm Judith Lowe, and I have a little institute, NLP Institute in London in the UK. And historically, we've done a lot of practitioner, master practitioner, trainer training, etc. But for the last decade, really, I've been doing masterclasses. I've been training on other people's programs and offering our practice groups, which we do every month, which we have a practice group book for as well, so that other people can do a year's worth of monthly practice groups from a book. So, so we have that. And so I'm just really enjoying, teaching NLP and sharing what I know with other people, and especially co-training in all the different partnerships I'm currently with on these lovely programs with often international, big international groups. So it's lovely. Excellent. And my presentation is difficult conversations. And exactly as you say, Karen, difficult conversations, how much we need tools and skills and ways of thinking about how to build bridges between people, especially, I think, with AI, and we're kind of meaning making from different data sets and different evidence bases. Yeah. And I know that there's a lot of people inside NLP and outside NLP kind of working on this, because it's going to be, and it is at the moment, like a huge problem for us, that people are, believing and forming movements, around very, very kind of, difficult, uncertain premises of things, because we're all susceptible to believing all kinds of things. So I want us to look at how can we use our NLP skills, because I think that NLP we really have the tools and skills, Houston. We have all the core aspects of this to be able to model out where are people coming from, what sorts of language starts to bring us closer together in understanding, how can we have a kind of shared vision and work towards it, albeit through difference and difficulty and potential conflict and misunderstandings and all of those things. So that's sort of the big picture of it, really, I think, for NLP, for us as a field, which is what is our contribution in these times of crisis? What's it going to be? We've got such a lot, I think, to offer. But I think in my presentation, I think what I want to do is kind of make people aware of what we've got, offer some tools towards it, so that we start to feel more and more empowered to kind of step into situations and try and help ourselves and other people to kind of, just build friendliness and kindness and sympathy, to rehumanize everybody when we've got into camps around things, to try and make sense of where all the multiple perspectives are coming from, and to try and build kind of, rapport and, heart connection, really, with other human beings across different mental maps and models, I suppose you'd say, and belief structures. Yeah. So some of that will be part of my
wonderful
my presentation.
So what practical learnings will delegates take away from your session?
Well, practically, I always like for NLP to be practical and for there to be takeaways. So we will definitely be doing some experiential learning around this. And to tell you the truth, Karen, I haven't quite decided what form this will take as such. But
You've got time.
I've got a little bit of time right now, but I think probably people will come with their own ideas of what they consider a difficult conversation to be. And I'm hoping to put in place for people enough kind of ideas and experiences that what they'll take away from that is, oh, I could start kind of here. I've got a new beginning, or I've got some tools that could make a difference. I mean, I don't think NLP has all the answers, but I think we're holding really good questions, and we're offering really, really brilliant, powerful tools. So I'm hoping people will walk away with that bigger awareness that there's a lot of potential for healing, for bridge building, for connection, for understanding, and for the creative resolution, really, of conflict. That it's not one side wins, but there's some way of bringing people together for something new to emerge for us, because that's really what NLP is. As Robert always says, it's tools for dreamers.
Yes.
It's for us to come up to use these things, and then something really new can come out of that. Not the old thing that we were doing before, not being right or being wrong, but something truly generative and collaborative to sort of emerge. So there'll be stuff on language, stuff on, I'm sure, state and not non-verbal, stuff on beliefs, I expect. Specifically, I think this issue of map territory, mental maps and mindsets, and how to model out where people are coming from, I think is going to be core. So I hope that's going to be helpful. I'm really looking forward to meeting everybody who comes, and we'll see what's possible. I've got an hour and a half, let's see what's possible for us.
Which is just the mindset to approach with.
Yes.
So is there anything that delegates can do before your session? You might have answered this already in having their thinking, having identified something to bring, but is there anything delegates can do before your session?
I mean, I was going to say, get yourself into a difficult conversation so you've got an experience to come with. I don't really mean that, but I mean, maybe, for us all, I mean, I'm sure you do, Karen. I'm sure all of us at the moment are just thinking very, sincerely, very, very deeply about conflict and, war and death and destruction and all of those things. So I guess, bring your heart and soul and your wanting to go, how can we as human beings create peace and justice and in the world, and maybe that's in your family, or maybe it's in your neighborhood, or, maybe it's kind of you're thinking more globally, but I hope NLP works at every level, as we know, from the micro to the macro. These same kinds of ideas, belief change, how we use our language, how we can kind of find a way to make meaning and create something new between people. I think these are our core strengths, I would say. So,
absolutely. Well, when you were saying that, what came to mind was peace in your world. And it doesn't matter when you were describing that. I thought it doesn't matter how big or small that world is.
That's right.
It's having peace in that world. So,
and not just peace as the absence of creativity and justice. What we want is a kind of engaged, energized, creative, peace that brings that brings people to life.
Yes, absolutely. So, Judith, what inspired you to want to present at the NLP conference?
Oh, well, I love the NLP conference, Karen, as you know. It's just such an amazing occasion with an incredible history and legacy and footprint in the whole of the global UK field, I would say, excuse me. And it's such a great opportunity to meet people, you know, to kind of interact. I always learn such a lot from everybody else. I'm just so looking forward to coming. The quality of all the presentations I know will be kind of amazing. There's ideas and kind of new things coming in from people from really all over the world. And you know, it's just very exciting and inspiring, I think, to be there in person. So do come along, everyone, and join us, because it's just going to be wonderful. And I think everybody makes themselves very accessible. So you'll be able to talk. We were just talking about this, you know, hanging out at coffee breaks. Everyone can talk to anyone, you know.
And Zoom has been absolutely amazing, especially during COVID times, but it has not been a substitute for a real hug.
That's true indeed. That's true. But also we were just talking about things like meal breaks and coffee breaks, where I've always ended up with a group of people, some of whom I've never met before, and we're all just talking about what their NLP, you know, how we're using our NLP, what new ideas people are coming up with. It's just very exciting.
There's just an energy there that it is a magical space. Being there in person. So as I said, we're delighted that you are going to be one of our in-person presenters this year.
I'm delighted. Thank you so
much.
And
you're presenting on Sunday, the 12th of May, at 11 a.m., which will be BST. We will be live streaming that to the virtual delegates as well. And as I said, your topic is difficult conversations. NLP has the tools and skills to offer a world in crisis. I think that's a beautiful topic and sentiment to be working with. So thank you so much, Judith. Very much looking forward to seeing you in May and having a real hug.
Me too. Thank you.